गुड मॉर्निंग चिल्ड्रन। आज का हमारा टॉपिक है वेव नेचर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक रेडिएशंस। This wave theory was given by C. Huygens. In 1870, James Clerk Maxwell stated that light, X-rays, gamma rays and heat emit energy continuously in the form of radiations or waves, and the energy is called radiant energy, and these waves are associated with electric and magnetic fields and are therefore called electromagnetic waves. The few important characteristics of these waves are: if light is traveling in this direction, then there is an electric field given by blue color in this video. This electric field is, if the direction of propagation of light is in the x-axis, then this electric field component, it is in the z-axis, and z-axis is at right angles to the x-axis. Similarly, this radiation is also associated with magnetic field, which is along the y-axis, and this axis is also at right angles to the direction of propagation as well as to the electric field. So the direction of propagation, the electric field and the magnetic fields are at right angles to each other. So important characteristics of these waves are: they emit energy continuously in the forms of waves. The radiations are associated with electric fields and magnetic fields which oscillate perpendicular to each other and also to the direction in which the radiation propagate. All electromagnetic radiations travel with the same speed, velocity of light, which is represented by C and is equal to 3 into 10 raised to power 8 meters per second. These rays do not require any medium for propagation. For example, sun rays, they travel towards us in space without any medium. Now, if the radiations are traveling in wave form, then this is the diagram of a typical wave. You can express a wave in terms of different categories like wavelength, amplitude, etc. So we have to know what these terms are. So wavelength in general is the length of a wave. So a wave has two parts. This is the axis, and wave either reaches above this axis or below this axis. The portion that is above the axis is called crest, and the one which is below the axis is called trough. So one wave is made up of one crest and one trough, and the distance between two consecutive crests or two consecutive troughs is called the wavelength, length of one wave. Wavelength is represented by lambda, and it may be defined as distance between any two consecutive crests or troughs, and units are angstrom, micron, millimicron, nanometer or picometer. 1 angstrom is 10 raised to power minus 10 meters, 1 micron is 10 raised to power minus 6 meters, millimicron is 10 raised to power minus 9 meters, nanometer is also 10 raised to power minus 9 meters, picometer is 10 raised to power minus 12 meters. Amplitude, the height of a crest or the depth of a trough is called amplitude. It is also expressed in meters. Frequency is the number of wavelengths which pass through a point in 1 second. Units are cycles per second or hertz. 1 hertz is equal to 1 cycle per second. Velocity of a wave is the linear distance traveled by the wave in 1 second. Its units are meters per second. So let us take this point and a wave is traveling. Supposing 10 waves travel through this point in 1 second, then the frequency will be 10 waves per second or 10 cycles per second or 10 hertz. and velocity, linear distance traveled by the wave. If one wave travels say 7 meters in 1 second, then that is the velocity of the wave. Then wave number is the number of wavelengths which can be accommodated in 1 centimeter length along the direction of propagation. Its units are meter inverse, and wave number is denoted by nu bar, and wave number can be calculated by dividing 1 with wavelength. Nu bar is equal to 1 by lambda. Relation between nu, c and lambda. Nu is the frequency, c is the velocity, and lambda is the wavelength. So nu is c by lambda, or nu is also equal to c into nu bar. C multiplied by nu bar.